carnivore taco. So, taste test. Look at that. That is perfect. If you're missing tacos and you're doing carnivore, good morning. It is week number 10. Let's go see what the scale says. $184.4. I'll take that as a dub. Everybody likes tacos, and I absolutely used to tear those things up. But I want to show you how to make carnivore tacos today. We're going to be using pork panko and some cheese and some eggs. This is really simple, and it's 0 carbs. Look, this is one ingredient. Pork rinds, cooked in pork fat with salt. That is it. Eating healthy and losing weight is really easy. All you have to do is know what to buy and know how to cook it. And I'm going to show you how to do that on this channel because I had fatty liver disease, GERD, Barrett's esophagus, gastritis. I had a cyst on my brain my entire life, a cyst on my liver, hypertension, prediabetes. I used to look like this picture right here. And then once I got all those diagnoses, I was like, there's no reason I should feel this way at 34. So now I got to work and I started looking like this. Now I'm getting testimonials all the time of people trying these things and getting better, and I really appreciate that because when you message me and tell me things like that, it keeps me hitting record and upload. So I really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and start making it. So this right here is all you need. We got eggs, mineral salt, pepper. The more strict I get, the more I'm going to start taking that away. Got beef bacon, got steak, got some gelatin powder, pork panko, and some mozzarella cheese. So I want to make 2 versions, one with this, one with some ground beef that I have left over. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to do is get something to make the shells in. Take a cup of that pork panko, put it in there. Take 3 tablespoons of that beef gelatin powder. 1, 2, 3. Get 3 eggs. Get you a good mineral salt and eyeball to taste what you think you'll need. You know, different people like different amounts of salt. Now, if you're not doing carnivore, you can add things like, you know, DNOs or something like that. But the more strict carnivore you get, try to just stay with animal products. Half a cup of mozzarella, Parmesan, whatever you like. Read your ingredients list. Just make sure it's just cheese, nothing crazy. Let's mix that together. So now after that's done, I made different sizes. I don't know the measurements just yet, but I will say with that amount that I told you earlier, that will give you 3 good sized tacos. Let's add a little bit more cheese onto each one. This wasn't in the recipe that I seen online, but I just figured it'd give it more of a crunch once that starts to harden up. So now we're going to throw that in the oven and put it on 350 for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to see what it looks like. We're trying to wait until they get nice and really golden brown. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start prepping this right here. Nothing special. If you're doing strict carnivore, just use a mineral salt. But if you're not that strict, you know, use some pepper with it. Use whatever seasoning you like. So now I'm just going to take some of that butter that I made the other day. There's a video on my channel showing you how I made this. But just going to cook this up in that, and then we're going to slice it up. While those 2 things are going, I'm just going to cut up some more of that beef bacon. Now just throw that into the pan with the steak to add a little bit more flavor. This is ready to go. Now just let that rest for about 10-15 minutes. If you cut into it too quick, all the juice is going to come out of it. It absorbs a lot of those juices if you just leave it alone and let it rest. So these are smelling amazing and they're starting to look good. All right, so let's see where we're at. All All right, they look pretty good. I think I'm gonna let them go about 10 more minutes because we're looking more for this color right here. So I wanna see what it looks like in 10 more minutes. We're learning together. This is my first time making these. You can find a lot of good things online, so I figured I'd try this out and show you guys what it looks like. So now I'm gonna season the same way. I'm gonna try another one with ground beef, see which one I like better. So now I'm just going to slice this open. Yeah, that is perfect. Look at that. That is perfect. Yep, that is why you don't want to slice into it while it's piping hot. Alright, so that's what they look like. Looks like the video I seen, so I think we have a dub right now. So just take one of those. Then it's going to fold just like a taco. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So we're going to take some steak, some of that bacon. Now keep in mind, this is for the carnivores here, so if you want to add other stuff, go ahead. So add a little bit of cheese, and you are good to go. And that right there is how you make you a carnivore taco. So, taste test. That tastes amazing. So now I'm going to try one with the ground beef. Definitely, if you want a crunchier shell, make them a little bit smaller, and you can see the color difference right there between the top of this one and right through here. But this one's going to be more crunchy, so let's try it out. So add a little bit of ground beef, some of that bacon, add some cheese to it. You can add salt if you want, but we salted the bread good enough. All right, so that's what the ground beef one looks like. Let's try it out. Oh yeah, that one's great too. I'll still make this once I start adding back all natural whole foods, but I want to put some Danos in that once I start doing that, and man, that'll just take it to a whole new level. Very, very good though. If you're missing tacos and you're doing carnivore and you want to do little things like this to help you stay sane. Like, I'm not one of those people like, yeah, ground beef and eggs and steak is all you need for the rest of your life and that'll be fine, you'll get used to it. I'm not like that. There's too many good foods on the earth to not try to figure out a way to make a healthy version of it. So that's awesome. So week 10 update is in the books. I appreciate you watching. If you stayed this far, please comment I stayed to the end. That'll let me know that you are into these type of videos. See, I'm just starting my YouTube journey, and I would greatly appreciate it if you would like, comment, share this with a friend, turn on that notification bell when you subscribe. And if you are interested in watching more of my content, check out one of these videos over here. I believe that it'll serve you well. But I do believe that God designed our bodies to heal itself, but it's up to us to give it the right fuel. So if this is your first video, welcome, and I will see you in the next video.